like I have to have a straight back. I have to remind myself.
We're back. Hopefully this sounds good.
He's out.
Good. Let's scoot in here. Here we go. Okay. So, what are we talking about?
All right, guys, we are officially back, and Michael and I decided that we would start up our podcast. We have originally another podcast called Something Out of Nothing. Acronym is soon.
Acronym. That's a good word. I like that word.
We should have named our kid Acronym.
That would have been weird. That would have been very millennial of us.
Yeah. And we have been having the itch to want to re-record some, not re-record, but we have been wanting to record and jump on the mics. Time has just been so hard to.
Yeah, with the other channel is I was reaching out to a couple of small business owners, and just for whatever reason, it's not like on the ones that I've reached at. It's not their fault. It's not our fault. It's just like our times can't like
align.
Yeah, times couldn't align, and it's I totally get it. Like our personal lives, like in order for us to do this, like typically if like Rochelle's out doing something, I'll watch the kids. And if I'm out doing, she'll watch the kids. But because we do that channel or we want to do that channel together, someone else has to watch the kids. So that's hard. And then we have to work with the business owner or whoever we want to be on we have to work with their schedule. And I totally get it, because I'm a small business owner. So my like free time, if it's not family or work, is like extremely limited. So it's just really hard. But we're going to keep on giving it a go. Trying. But we enjoyed doing the first podcast with Liz.
And the only one that we've done.
The only one that we've done. We've done a secret one that no one's ever listened to, which was just like a test, but that one was actually really funny. The test, remember?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember we did a recording before we did with Liz? Yeah, it was like a 6-minute one.
Literally 6 minutes of a podcast?
Yeah, no, we were just talking about like dumb stuff, but it was funny.
Oh my. Okay.
You don't remember it?
No.
Only I remember it.
Yeah. All right. So we are bringing this podcast to you because we just wanted to get ourselves out there again. This is something we both enjoy doing, and let me tell you how we're doing it. It is 8:25 on a Sunday night, and this is how we are recording. But Michael and I just had the idea of, why don't we do one recording every month? That is something we can dedicate to, and we're just going to talk about hot topics, cold topics, what happened that
We're talking about the hot topic, the store? Or no, okay, gotcha. I was like, okay, I like band tees, and I like
we actually were just talking about Anchor Blue the other day, Charming Charlie.
Anchor Blue, that was like, that was the fit. Like, that was the first place
Mervyn's,
to go for the fit.
Payless shoes. Yeah, we were talking about, I don't even know how that even started. But anyways, we keep getting sidetracked. We just wanted to bring this podcast. So we hope you enjoy as we are discussing some interesting stuff tonight. And
we also have some questions that
I have out of my 945 followers, I got 3. Thanks, guys.
Hey, 3's,
No, we'll take it. But
if you had another 900, you would have got 6.
Oh, if I did, okay, I'm going to.
Per
okay,
900,
we're speaking
you
that
get
into
3.
existence.
Yeah, for sure.
So we don't know what the name of this. Michael said he wanted to name it "Getting the D." But
that was a joke. That was a joke. I said let's name it "Shell Tells All" because like that's also your Instagram name, and it's like the podcast, like telling, like I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, whatever. Anyways, as you said that, I was thinking of Will Ferrell, and as he says, it gets the people going. It's provocative. Like that was just flowing through my head.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
All right, so let's recap on. We're in January 2023, and we're in February. Sorry. I meant to say, let's recap on the new year. We have officially finished January, and it is February 12th. So we're 12 days into February.
Almost like halfway through, because February only has like 20 days.
I guess you're right. That means our paychecks come early, which is a great thing. Mm-hmm. What happened in January? I mean, it flew by. Yeah,
January flew by. We were indoors.
Oh, yeah.
Because of like all the floods that were happening and all the rain.
That's right.
Both of our boys were like sick for half of it.
And actually, they've been sick since December. They're sick still right now. Rowan had pneumonia about a week ago. Riker still has.
I haven't seen like any friends. We haven't seen any friends because they've been so sick.
Yeah, we've been MIA and going insane in the membrane. And so this is what's keeping us alive right now is us. But January, we ended up going to Disneyland. And we are big Disney people. Some have asked how come we haven't gotten a Disney pass. And I don't know why we haven't, because Michael won't let us commit. He likes Disney, but not that much. But I think it'd be well worth it because we plan to go another time this year. Hopefully 2 more. But who knows? We went to Disneyland. It was legit fun. We were waiting in the lines for like 15, 20 minutes. And
that was a good weekend to go to because we really had, like you said, we didn't wait in line. We got to see a lot of Disneyland, the park.
Yeah.
Way more than what we saw when we were in September.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 times.
Yeah. And much. Rowan got on a little bit more I don't even know if he got on more rides because there's
less people or because of the hype thing.
Yeah. I don't know, but we definitely enjoyed ourselves this time. Ish. I mean, the baby just wanted to be clingy to me, but, so we went to Disneyland. The floods were happening. January just went by so fast. I mean, time just goes by so fast. Yeah. And that was just kind of it. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. Go Raiders. And
go Raiders.
And Rihanna just, I guess, announced that she is pregnant with her second baby. I think everybody was just kind of speculating it when she came out and maybe thought it was like the postpartum, but nope, it's officially baby number 2. I guess ASAP Rocky is ASAP. No,
I was gonna say ASAP Rocky is ASAP. Like I want 2 right off the bat, like Michael and Rochelle.
Yes. You know what? Also, too, what was pretty hot this past month that I feel like I was seeing. I think I can talk about. Can I talk about an influencer that I don't even know?
Yeah, I mean, if they put their lives out there.
Okay. It's not bad, but I do follow this female.
Maybe just not drop any
names.
Yeah, don't name drop. No handles. Okay,
starts with the A. There's just some hot stuff coming around, and I don't know if I want to touch on this subject. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if my heart's not telling me yet if I want to go there, but it was pretty. Now I'm leaving the people hanging.
Yeah, I know. I'm hanging. What are you doing? What's in the influence square?
In the influence world, I don't really know right now. There is actually some. There's some gossip, but I don't know. Okay, look. Should we get to my questions?
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good start. Obviously and apparently, we don't have any script. Rochelle was just like, set up the podcast. We're doing something. And I was like, I don't question the wife. So I just set this up. I'm willing to go wherever she wants to go. And
it was a mutual decision, okay?
Well, I mean, I said yes.
Yeah.
But we didn't really talk about what we're going to talk about. Hopefully this is entertaining to you guys.
Yeah, I know. We are pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we may not be funny right now, but I would like to say that we're a funny couple and we keep it alive. Mm-hmm. I don't feel alive right now. I actually feel exhausted. Are you tired?
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Well, we did have pozole.
Yeah.
So that's like comfort food. So that kind of like.
That's true. Yeah. I haven't had my second bowl, but.
Oh, that second bowl always hits so good.
Yeah, I feel like I just.
I had 2 Cokes today too. I had 2 Cokes and a coffee today. You would think I'd be caffeine wired, but
Same.
I'm not.
All right. So one of our first questions was.
I don't want to sit. I want to take this back of my back. It's killing me right now.
All right. I want to be a chill vibe too. We gotta get this a little bit like close.
Sorry if there's like crazy audio.
Is there a certain way to take this out?
Yeah, just manhandle it. Oh, this feels so much better. It's kind of awkward holding the mic, but it's better.
La 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 la. All right, so
welcome to Sunday Night Slow Jams.
Sunday night slow.
Oh, it's Sunday too.
It is.
I wonder if you turn on for all my Monterey County people. If you turn on 102.5. Is it still Sunday Night Slow Jams?
Oh, you have to let us know, guys, because I don't listen to the radio anymore.
I don't think anyone listens to the radio anymore.
When it pops on, it's like, dude, they're still playing that jam.
Yeah, it's like brand new music from, and I'm like, dude, that's from 2013.
Yeah.
New song, Neo, so sick.
Okay.
It's like 2003, dude. It's how is
Did you ever call in
to Sunday Night Slow Jams?
Yeah. No.
I always wonder who did.
I did.
You did?
I don't remember.
Did you ever get on the radio? No.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I did.
You're like, I'm 12. Like what 12-year-old could have like a lover across the? They would always. This is what weird about Sunday Night Slow Jams. They would call in. They'd be like, hey, my name is so-and-so from like Arkansas. And I'm like, I thought this was like Monterey County. So Sunday Night Slow Jams had to have been not local.
It's like Ryan Rose's because it wasn't all LA people.
But what I'm saying is they were broadcasting from wherever they were broadcasting, but we would hear it here.
I guess.
So I always thought it was like, I always thought 102.5 is only like.
Yeah, Monterey County.
County.
Yeah.
And then someone called in. They're like, I'm calling in from like Arkansas. And I was like, okay.
I brought up Ryan Rose's right now. Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay, so I would have to, sometimes I would stay in the valley when I would visit Michael when we first moved out to Long Beach.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Radio in LA is like 20 times better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would want to like listen to Big Boy in the morning. I would want to listen to as bad as it sounds like Ryan's Roses. Cause well, we all have that same like whack morning commute. So it's like, it was cool
entertaining
to hear.
It was entertaining
to hear like, you know, your favorite musician come on Big Boy or Ryan's Roses.
Yeah. Back to what I was saying, because I think he cut me off. No, I'm just joking. Ryan's Roses, I was traveling from the valley, which the valley in LA is like the Encino area, correct? Or Topanga, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all that.
Yeah, valley, whatever, the valley. Okay, I'm traveling from the valley all the way to Long Beach, and Ryan's Roses was with Ryan Seacrest in the morning, and basically if you thought your significant other was cheating on you, you can order roses and have they'd call that significant other and they say, hey, we're offering you a free dozen roses to send to whomever, and that person that was calling Ryan Seacrest would be listening on the line to see who that other
sneaky, by the way, that's crazy
to see who that other person was sending the roses to.
Yep.
And obviously most times that significant other was not sending the roses to that person that was with Ryan Seacrest. And I remember one time
surprisingly it wasn't always males. There were some females that were getting like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was juicy. I mean, it was juicy. It was to the point where like I had to be at work and I'm like, dang, I got to turn off the radio.
You're like, dang, I'm about to pull into the parking lot of work.
I'm like, I'm going to be late. I'm going to tell my boss. I remember one time that this female, she calls Ryan Seacrest, and then they call her man, and then her man... And then her man ends up sending roses to her mom. So the man was cheating with her mom. Yeah, it was pretty.
Was the mom young?
I don't know. I don't know how old they are, but yeah, that's the kind of gossip that was on. That was the tea in the morning. We were getting served.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how we went from
Sunday night slow jams to that.
Well, because it's Sunday night, but anyways, yeah, for sure. I'm totally in agreement that LA had tons of great stations to like tune into in the morning.
Like it was worth listening to the radio.
But I feel like didn't Selena's because I remember when we were going to NPC in Hartnell, like they had some big boy. No, that was LA, but so there was some funny stuff happening. I think well, I don't remember.
I think that Big Boy's radio or Big Boy's Neighborhood would broadcast here.
Oh, okay.
Here, so you would get it. You would get like the morning show, and I think in the afternoon it was like something different.
Okay.
But all like right. But in LA you just have like, there's NPR, there's Kiss FM.
Yeah.
There's
Delilah.
Power 106.
No, that was here.
No, Delilah was here. They had Power 106, and then you had 92.3. They had so many radio stations that were worth like tuning into. Yeah. And they were really good about like getting the juicy stuff at like that 7:30 to like 8:30 because like everyone's commuting at that time.
Yeah, and I think one thing you told me too is like when when singles drop, it drops in
so
LA.
Much earlier, yeah.
Then like our area tends to get it.
Yeah. Like we would hear music.
I just don't even.
Would literally hear music first.
I mean, I feel like pimple? I'm getting a pimple. Yeah. I feel like, this area is just so behind on everything.
Yeah.
Even style, but that's another topic.
Oh my God. That was that shade?
No, it was not.
Was that shade?
Okay. I said that. Let me clear something up. I said that because when we first moved out here and you and I went to a festival with our friends out in Monterey, you were dressed like wearing, I think it was like chino jeans or maybe even Dickies, and you had them rolled up. You had a belt on. You tucked your white shirt in, and I think you had maybe a pair of Vans on or whatever. And I remember this guy like straight up was like, what the F are you wearing or something like that. And I was thinking like, bro, like what? Like, what do you mean? What is he wearing? Like, and just in my mind, I was thinking like,
oh, we went to that beer festival thing.
We didn't. What?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
It was at the Monterey County Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I think it was there. I don't remember all my outfits.
But anyways, I recall your outfit, and I just remember in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, nowhere in LA would somebody
we had just moved back here.
We did.
Yeah.
Would somebody be yelling out of the window like, "What are you wearing?" Like, LA. I'm just speaking in the city of LA. Like, people dress the way they want, so free spirited, and
they kind of like embrace it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So that's what I meant when I was bringing up like.
Let's talk about style.
Let's talk about style.
I think that's a hot topic for you. No pun, the store. I would love to talk about Hot Topic, the store.
I've never even shopped there.
For real?
Never in my life.
Anyways.
Well, you and I were just totally different people in high school for sure, because I was like listening to the baby making music. I listened
to that stuff too.
You know what? Like, let's talk about style, because I love, and I just did a post recently.
Let's start off with style inspos.
Style inspo.
Who's like a style inspo, or like what's a page or profile that you follow or you just like check up on all the time?
That's a good question. I don't recall. I just follow. I don't really know the names.
You just see things.
I do. You know what? I'm gonna say it's not even like
let's talk all things style then.
All things style, but I do want to just shout out. There's this girl named Lexi that I follow, and she actually might be 2 or 3 years younger than me. No kids, but she has like such chill. Like, actually, there's a couple females that I follow. I would have to say it's not like a certain celebrity but it's more of influencers that I follow that kind of give me some inspiration, and I like it, and I'm okay with that. But there's not like one specific person that I look to. I'm also looking all the time.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Oh,
okay, you hit someone's, you see, I don't know, however you see it in the explore page. Like, what gets you to click and see the rest of their outfits?
One, is she cute? Is that okay? I don't know if she's cute. No. The biggest thing is, can I afford it? Like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be following somebody that like is just wearing Prada or Chanel, and which is great, but is it something I can easily afford? So I think it's, my main thing is like, if I'm gonna follow you, yeah. Okay, and not to say you can't find dupes, because I just found a pair of dupes on Amazon, and I'm going to be linking them, of the Birkenstocks slides.
Oh, you wore them today to church?
Yes. But I think that's like the number one thing I'm looking for is how realistic is me to buy it.
How can I implement this style into my own personal life? Yeah.
I think that's number one. What are you looking for when you're looking for like fashion or
me?
Yeah. You are so picky, by the way. He really is. Like, you mean, you have great style, but you are so picky to buy for.
I'm not picky. It's just like, I don't know if I'm like stuck in like a certain era, but for me personally, I need to like touch the fabric. I need to do the Filipino, like put the pad twist around your neck to see if it fits. Shout out to all the Filipinos and Hispanics who know that trick. And if you don't know that hack, then, don't at me. But anyways.
My waist is snatched then because my neck is snatched.
So yeah, I just like to see the clothes in person, because like, I mean, how many times have you gotten a pair of clothes and it's like, whoa, this color is like completely different in person, or like this fabric looked like this, or like it fit the 6'1", 180-pound model like perfectly, and when it fits you, it's like, oh, super baggy.
So crazy, because none of that goes through in my mind. Never. I'm like, oh, I like that. I know I can make it work, and that's just kind of what my mind goes to, and I'll find a way to make it work.
She thinks I'm also picky because I'm huge on fit. Like, it needs to fit like a certain way. It's not even like if it's like the actual shirt is cool, or if it's not like the jacket is cool. Like, it, to me, it's like, how does it fit exactly? So that's my thing, is like, then that's why I need to see the fabric. I need to like hold the t-shirt up, because I can guesstimate like how it's gonna fit. Okay,
so back to our question.
What was the question?
I think we're talking about what influences you to like follow somebody? Or
yeah. So for me, it's how well does the person or the guy, how well does the guy merge like fashion or like style and like function?
Oh, like everyday.
Yeah. So it's like,
if you're going to invest in like a biker jacket, a $200, $300, like, I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
No. Okay. What I'm saying is, go ahead. Let's see. How can I put this in perspective? Like, how can I say this? Like, I'll say this. Sometimes when we were living in LA, it's like, I want to wear hoodies. Like, I think that's my style, like hoodies and like layering. But in LA, you can't do that. So my thing is like, okay, how well do you like it? To me, it has to look great, right? It has to look cool, but at the same time, are you comfortable in it? Okay. Right? So that's what I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
T-shirts, that's it, because it's like sweating in LA.
So in LA, it's like all you wear is t-shirt and jeans, probably like shorts and shirts. But yeah, so what I'm looking for is like, okay, does it look cool? And then at the same time, does it look comfortable? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that, I guess, I swear.
And I think it's also, one for me, it's like, I think style is also like, sorry, I hopefully that didn't catch it. Style is also like an extension of your personality. So, okay. Gosh, man. So I don't know how to even, like, I think, So like style is like,
man, you're just basic then, because you got all the. You're just basic and neutral, huh?
yeah, I mean, I am.
Just joking.
I like getting a lot of basic wear and like switching it up all the time.
Yeah, you do.
But I think
nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Okay, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. Like,
you are saying it. No, you are saying
if it looks stylish and if it looks because sometimes like there are people, where they just do the same thing over and over again. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, I can't wear suits every single, like I can't, like you can't be wearing suits every single day, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and at the same time, on the other side of the spectrum, it's like, okay, you can't be wearing
sweats all the time.
Sweats and right, but there's like, to me, there's a good medium.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
and so there are things where it's like, it's kind of like blurred between like what's like I'll say this, like for you and your blazers, like you can dress a blazer up and you can dress a blazer down. So there are certain like items of clothing that kind of like are the gray area.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that's the kind of sort of fashion that I look at. It's like,
okay,
that those styles where it's like, okay, it's a hoodie, but the cut is like really short. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with the hoodie though.
But like it can be dressed up and it can be dressed down like a hoodie. Yeah. Because the way it's cut.
Right.
If you put like a nice jean jacket, like that's a cool date night thing. But on the other side of the spectrum, if you're just like out running errands, that same hoodie can just be.
And I think for the most part, like your biggest staples in the closet are those jackets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think this season, like puffer jackets were like a huge thing. And I had my puffer Old Navy jacket that I literally just recently gave to the Goodwill, and it was black. I mean, I could have had that. Like I've had that for years. So any like advice out there is save those jackets. Yeah. Because
like invest in your staples. Yeah. Like your essentials, like invest
shoes,
in a good jean jacket, invest in a good like leather jacket, good, like a solid pair of shoes that kind of just.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what I was going to say is that I recently did a post and it was wearing sweats. And for the longest time, I was wearing sweats in high school, and I used to be called like a scrub because I would wear sweats all the time. And now it's like a fashion trend. But you know what? I guess I was
just ahead. You were just ahead
of the game.
Just ahead of the game. I remember we saw like a VHS tape. You had like a little get together at your house in the backyard with the trampoline.
Oh yeah.
You were wearing like, I think you were wearing a tank top and sweats.
Repeating the outfit.
Yeah, so I can definitely I can verify that she has been doing the sweats thing for quite some time. But it's crazy how everything like comes back.
And full circle for sure. All right, so I think it's safe to maybe hit on these questions and then we can close it for the night because we don't want to keep yapping. All right. You want to keep yapping? Okay.
I think they want us to.
This is probably the most that we actually ever talk. Let me just
without like a child just like la, la, screaming in between us.
Yeah,
Sometimes me and Michelle will be like, hey, did you get that? And we're just like, all right.
Yeah, and
not right now then.
We'll be quiet inside the car and then out of nowhere they're yelling. It's like, yo, like you don't want us to talk. So trying to find a moment to talk is pretty difficult. Maybe
we'll just use this podcast just to like talk about stuff. And like you guys get to hear like the stuff that we've been like holding on to because like the kids are just always. Yeah,
and I like for my job, I don't really just go on a tangent talking about
anything.
Really, yeah.
It actually feels good to just like.
Why do you think I talk Michael's ear off? Not when I come home. The other night we were up at like 1 a.m.
I like it. I enjoy listening.
Okay, I'm glad you do. Sometimes
she talks about like work stuff that it's like so beyond like my knowledge. I'm just like, okay. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't really get the opportunity to just talk. Like I'm talking, but I'm directing or not directing. I'm guiding, I'm supporting, and it's what I have to do. And it's not on like,
like leisure topics.
Yes. There you go. Leisure topics. But,
like it just like stuck back here because of everything else, like life is up in the front.
Yeah, for sure. No. I was just going to say it's 8:52 right now.
Let's make this one 3 hours.
No.
No?
And no.
Dang.
3 hours? Ain't
well,
nobody
what if someone's going on a road trip? They can listen to this. No?
Yeah,
okay, never mind.
No,
We're capping it at 45 minutes then. Boring.
The reason why we're able to do this podcast is we've put the babies down by 8 o'clock. So Riker goes to bed around 7:30, 7:45. Shout out to Michael for like being consistent with that. I'm telling you, I think it was about 2 months ago in November, like the end of November, I remember he was going to sleep like around 10, and I was like, this cannot be happening. And so I ended up getting sick, and he's just kind of stuck through it as far as like putting him like, and he fought us, but we were like, nope, we're going to put him down at, 8 o'clock. And now he's like by 7:30 starting to get fussy because he's ready to go to bed. Yeah. But, and then Rowan is in bed by 8 o'clock. He kind of like pushes that time a little too, but we try to just be consistent of putting him in by 8 o'clock. So that's why we're able to do this.
My first advice to like new parents is like find a sleep schedule.
Yeah.
And stick to it. Like if you're in Target running errands and that hour that you need to put them down to, do it inside Target. Do it inside try to put them to bed
in Target.
No, well, I mean, maybe one spouse goes Target and the other one like puts the kid bed.
Oh yeah. No, I totally agree.
You just stick to it. Like don't. Yeah.
I know, and you know what? Your whole life changes when you have children. Yeah. So like the priority, the priorities of like going to Target late at night are maybe not there. So like Michael and I, it's either him or I, and it's because we want to. This is just us, and it works for us, and we don't really get enough time together or even together or just to do things on our own individually, for his business or just, my time reading the word or watching the Real Housewives. I don't know. It's just time, without the kids. So this is what has worked for us as far as like finding that sleep schedule for our children, because look at like time just goes by so fast. And then by the time we shower and all that, it's like 11 o'clock at night. But,
well, by the time we put them down, we're exhausted.
And then they're up.
Yeah. By like super early. So it's like hard for me because typically we'll put them down and I'll go to work. And then sometimes I'm like, dude, now I have to do a work day. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's hard, but it's not forever. Yeah. You'll thank yourselves later by just like sucking it up and just doing that sleep schedule. Yeah. Well, one, they need to learn how to fall asleep. And then two, they need structure.
Yeah. Routine.
No matter what your parenting style is, when it comes to their sleep, I think it's kind of hard to argue that like their sleep habits need structure. However you parent or whatever, you can parent however you parent, but when it comes to their sleep, we just believe that they need structure, they need consistency, they need a routine.
Yeah.
So that way it helps them develop good sleeping habits.
Yeah.
And we did it with both kids and they sleep through the night.
Yeah, they do. So it's definitely...
Rowan was like 6 months sleeping through the night. Riker's 9 and he's sleeping 9 months and sleeping through the night. So.
Well, we've started this back in, like I said, the end of November, and he's 9 months this month. So maybe around 7 months as well. So that's why we're able to do this podcast. And I don't know if I said that for the third time. Let's go ahead and do these questions.
You like to repeat things all the time.
I do.
She goes, I'm going to shower. And then she's like walking around the house. She's on Instagram or TikTok.
I hate showering.
And I'm like, I thought you said you're going to shower like 30 minutes ago. She's like, no, I hate it. And I'm like,
okay, I like to be clean. I just hate the process of it, of having the thought of getting in. But then when I'm in,
you got to do the makeup thing. Yeah. You got to do the hair. You got to do the shampoo,
lotion, floss. And so it's just
it's a lot.
Whole routine.
For us guys, it's just like we have a shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Body, and then we're out. Rochelle says my night routine for my face is like too extra, but you're the one that buys me all this stuff.
I know.
She's like, your night routine is like longer than mine. I'm like,
it is.
You buy me all the products,
and you're like forever in the restroom.
I'm in and out all the time.
No, you're not. You're not. You're really not. Okay. All right.
We only get 10 minutes now.
Okay.
Because we're gonna cap it at 45.
This question. Right. Okay. All right. With 2 babies, how do you keep your relationship alive?
That's always like a hot topic.
Very hot topic.
Number 1 hot topic is, are you guys going to have another one?
No, number 1 hot topic is, have you been to Hot Topic and do you still shop at Hot Topic?
Dude, I'm
No, okay.
I'm so down.
No, let's do this question.
All right. Okay, how do we keep the relationship alive?
With 2 babies, how do you keep your relationship alive?
How do we? There are ways, but like,
I will have to say this. Actually, we should actually say this. This coming Saturday, Michael and I will be together for a total of 15 years. 14 years. We got together in 2009. I was
2023. 14 years.
14 years and married for 5 years. We've been together for a very long time, and
I think that question's so hard to like answer because there's like a bunch of different things. I think how do we keep it alive? Me and Rochelle are just, outside of husband, wife, outside of parents, like we're just best friends. Mm-hmm. So we really enjoy each other's company.
We enjoy being with each other. We do.
We really do.
I think, like I said,
No, I think that's one main thing is that we do enjoy each other's company. We genuinely are like just best friends. We try to keep the element of like when we first met, when we were like 17 and 18 alive. And I think we still use some of the inside jokes.
We do. Oh my gosh. Till this day. Like some of the things like you used to tell your friends, like I hear myself saying,
So
but
I think that's one thing.
Yeah, we keep it alive by knowing that we're best friends. We also are so weird together. So I think when you're able to just let loose and be who you truly are and not hold back, I mean, that goes, with farts. And I mean, maybe we don't like farts, but I'm a big
she can just like laugh at like fart video after fart video. I think they're funny too, but the way that she laughs when
I'm like crying.
Her and her dad will
dude, like when you do the laugh with your mouth open, but you're not like laughing out loud.
They do those laughs where it's like no sound, like the mouth is open, but no sound comes out until like 10 seconds afterwards.
Yeah. And then I also want to say is like, just like every relationship, we're not perfect either. Like we've had our trials. We've had situations that been brought up, but I am so lucky to have Michael a part of my life because I can come to him and talk to him about anything that has just been weighing so heavily on my heart. And he's so receptive to what I have to say. And you're also, so that the one that gives me security, knowing that if I'm feeling a certain way, you let me talk about whatever. And 2, I feel like you're also supportive and reassuring. So it's not like I'm just telling you something. You're just like, okay, but you also have some insight or you'll tell me something back. So we just touched on this subject in between our relationship about if our love languages have changed over the years, which I thought was a really great question because.
Where did that come from?
Well, because like if we're going to be doing this podcast, I mean, I'm not going to spill the tea about everything about a relationship, but we go through things on our, in our personal relationship. And I think that we're trying to figure out ourselves, the question that's being asked, like, how do we keep this relationship alive? Because it's not every day that, you want to be around me and I want to be around you, which is fine. But that doesn't mean that I'm falling out of love with him. That doesn't mean that I don't love him. And that doesn't mean that I want this relationship or marriage to end. So I think every single day is a battle to fight for each other. But just kind of going back to that question as far as like if our love language has changed. And so I really just understanding what your love language is and what mine is, and then how are we going to act on that? Are we just going to, I don't know. I don't know if I'm rambling, but, keeping a relationship alive with 2 babies is knowing that we're in this together. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, nor would I ever let myself go anywhere. But we know that our children right now are a priority, and so we prioritize that. But we talked about that schedule and routine because we need to make time for each other because it gets so busy throughout the day. But we also take time and moments to just give each other a kiss or hold each other, tell each other that we love each other.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I think keeping the relationship alive it's like very simple, but because of life's, like the toll that life takes on you, it becomes difficult. Like, it's easy to communicate. I think communicating is the biggest part about keeping a relationship alive, because we can communicate like how to do that. We can communicate like how, but so basically communication's like the way to keep a relationship alive. But because maybe work is so crazy and you're just so tired, kids, whatever life throws at you, that becomes a really hard task. So I think doing really, really basic and simple things like telling your partner how thankful you are for them, giving them a kiss. Yeah. Because life is so crazy, those simple things become so hard. Yeah. So doing those simple things is just, I think it sounds kind of dumb, but like,
no, it's not dumb.
Yeah, well, it soun's simple, but
well,
it's
I agreed
like
with you. I was like, yeah.
When Michelle says like, you're such a good dad, like I'm so grateful for you, like that, that's real, that lifts your spirits up, that that makes me just feel good inside. So, and that's a very simple thing to do, but like I said, because life gets so crazy, sometimes we just don't, it's not, sad to say, sometimes it's not the first thing that's on our mind. Yeah. And like making that effort, I think that's where keeping the relationship alive comes from, like effort to do simple things. And
you were saying communicate, like we wouldn't know these things if we're not taking the time to really hear each other out. And sometimes it's when we have a disagreement where we're having to talk about these things, which I'm very grateful for. Sometimes our disagreements are things that come up because I feel like it's what honestly makes us stronger to really grow as a couple. I mean, we're still learning, like everybody says, as they go, but I am very grateful for Michael. I really am, on how supportive he is. And like I said, how much he listens to me and just how much you help out with these kids, because I couldn't do it without you by my side.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's our,
that's how we just
doing simple things,
for your partner, really goes a long way.
And I think let me say this, for guys, we think that women are, in some senses, they are extremely like complicated and complex, but I think what the fix for, their emotion stuff is very simple things. Right?
Yeah, just buy me a Louis. Just joking.
Yeah, like I think for guys, we're like, oh, they're so emotional, and like,
which we are. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for us guys, we're okay. I'll speak for me.
Yeah, speak for yourself, sir.
I feel like I need like we did like a premarital counseling one time with our pastor, and he literally hit it right on the nail when he told me this, that men we're kind of like fixers. So we need to kind of have like a tangible fix for everything. Whereas like females, they just like want to voice their opinion. They want to get like their emotions across. And it's not to say, not for you. It's not for you to be like, or not for
how could I fix this?
Yeah. How do I fix this? Yeah. Because that for us as men, that's our first, like, that's what we go to first. Like we're very like A and B or black and white for men. And we have to understand like females are very gray. Like, so if you can keep that in mind when you're, trying to like
when she's venting to you, crying or upset, you're like
what she's saying, and you're trying to think like, okay, like how exactly can I fix this? And it's like,
be very careful too.
Yeah, it's not. Most times it's not that she's asking or your partner's asking for something to be fixed. I think most of it is they just want to be heard, they want to be seen, and they want like they want something to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, I do.
But us guys, we think it's like so complicated. We're like, she wants to do this, but like have this. And it's like.
And I think as a wife too, and a wife that has like children, the fact that, you're talking about little things and goes a long way. I mean, this, I remember like having you just, so talk about black and white. And Rudy was actually, our pastor was talking about this today too. If you're going to ask me to clean, let me know what needs to be clean. So
like what your definition of clean is.
Right. Correct. Yeah. And so Michael would clean, right? He does the dishes, which is, needs to be done. But there's like, and then again, this, mind you, this was before kids. We just got our house. And so I just needed a little bit more help around the house. And so he would be like, I did clean. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what about the toilets? Like, what about the laundry? Like there's more to just cleaning than what you see on the surface. And you're right. Like it unless the male is being told exactly what to do, you're going to do just like pick up the pillows from the floor to the couch and just do the dishes, 'cause that's what looks dirty. I don't know why I'm going on this rampage about that though.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, I was going to say that, as a male, just going the little extra mile really makes a difference. Like I could care less about how dirty this house looks because these kids like make a freaking tornado in this house.
It's like a hurricane in here.
But I see what Michael is doing. And I think like that's not even something we even talk about anymore, because it's it's going to get done. Like it'll get done when it needs to at some point. But when you do those like extra little things, it really makes a difference for me. That's what I appreciate. And I need to make sure that I let you know that you are, taking the initiative to do that. And so again,
I think effort in general is what a lot of females and maybe even males too, like would appreciate.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think we always think that it's some like grand scheme that our partner wants done. But I think in the end, it's just like, just kiss me. Just tell me you love me today. Just make my coffee. Just get up with me, because I know you work from home. Just get up with me at 6:30 in the morning. She told me, she was like, because we were reevaluating what our love languages were, and she's saying, I think now mine is like gift giving, and I told her mine is still physical touch. I don't think that'll ever change. This is why males are so black and white, because like we have one love language, and females are like, well, sometimes I'm like, words of affirmation. Sometimes like on Saturdays I'm like, I'm physical touch. Monday through Friday I'm gift giving. Hey. But anyways, and she
I'm on my period this week, so this is what I need.
So I need words of affirmation, but not too many words. Don't be reaffirming, just be affirming.
You read the woman so well.
But she simply said, she was like, this is like, and like the gift giving thing it can get misconstrued, because like she told me, she was like, just get up with me. Mm-hmm. Like to her, that's a gift. Like, see how simple that is. Like, and for like, that was like when she told me she was gift giving, I was like, dude, I just got you like the new iPhone. It's coming in next.
Let's clear that up. No.
Okay. But I was thinking like, okay, so 365 days in a year, 365 gifts. Like, how the heck am I? But she was like, get up with me and make me coffee. Yeah. And it's like that to her is a gift.
Yeah.
So see how simple like that is, but like we always think it's like
Yeah, it has to be this grand gesture that needs to be done, but really it's not. No. Yeah, and I like that.
Try, if you're, trying to bring the spark back in a relationship, or you're having a hard time or whatever, try something small, like, yeah, can't lose, you won't lose much because it's
figure out what her routine is every day. Is there something that you can interject and do for her that she would typically do? Does your wife come home and
start the car for her? Maybe.
Yeah.
I try to do that. Yeah. Start the car, warm it up for her.
What can you do when she comes home? So another thing I've got voiced to Michael is that
make coffee when you get home.
I was just gonna say, like, so everybody bombards me when they come home, which I'm totally fine with because I know everyone's excited to see mom when she comes home.
Literally, but like both the dogs, both the kids could bombard her.
Yeah. And so I had asked him if he can just put the dogs outside so that way I can take a moment with my children, say hi to my husband. So like even things like that, when you keep that in mind, really makes a difference because I'm obviously coming home extremely tired and stressed, just a lot on my mind. And so have a lot of that stimulation is just a lot
at the same time. Yeah. When you're coming down, right? Like it's a high coming against you. So yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next question because we got to cap this in 10 minutes. So let's see if we can get Let's see if we can get 2 more questions in 10 minutes.
How do you balance everything? Time together, work, kids. I don't know. Well,
that's hard.
How do you balance everything like just with time in general?
Do you balance everything? We have a Google Calendar that I don't know. Okay, so see, here's my male mind working. Like I'm looking at like a logistical standpoint. I'm looking at like a tangible thing that we actually do to like. Yeah. So we have a Google Calendar that I guess it's mine, but you have access to it.
And okay, let me tell you why. Because one time we were supposed to head to LA with our good friends and we were going to go see Kid Cudi in concert. We bought our tickets and he was like, oh, by the way, I have a wedding. And so since that day, I was like, dude, I need to see your calendar because before we say yes to something, I need to like see what is on your calendar so that way we can plan ahead. So the Google Calendar is what works for us. I don't know.
How do we balance time? Every day is kind of so it's different and it's not. I think creating a routine.
I think it's going back to that too. Cause I'm thinking about if it's Monday through Friday, it's the same thing. Like we get up, like, I don't know what your routine is during the day, but when I get home, it's like Michael gets a tad little break. I take over the babies and we do some playtime. We try to do a little walk outside just to kind of get out. And then, by 6 o'clock, we're starting dinner by 5:30. 6 o'clock is dinner. We're done by 6:30. Then we're getting ready for bath 7 and then starting the bedtime. So how do we balance it? We just try to keep that structure and that routine with us because,
especially on Monday through Friday. Yeah. Because like that structure and routine kind of almost like allows us to have this time. Mm-hmm. Because like the boys know, okay, they can't tell time, but they feel it in their bodies. Like it's
5:30 in the morning. Mom, Dad, wake up. And we're just like, go back to bed. But the sun's not out.
Straight up at like 5:45, like I'm ready. Yeah. So crazy. Like they don't need like a buffer time to like wake up. They're just like oatmeal, daddy, oatmeal.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess just creating structure because then like, okay, so we have this like 8 to 11 time for just ourselves. And then we know, okay, we either go to bed early. Yeah. I get work done. We do this podcast or we just straight up have like a chill night where we watch a movie and then we...
Yeah, and I actually just heard that I was sharing this with Michael. Dude,
we should save. I think we're going to talk about the 4 E's or whatever.
Yeah, we can touch on that the next time. Yeah.
So we'll talk about this. If you're familiar with who Jay Shetty is,
I've been listening to him on my TikTok.
Instagram knows we've been talking about him, and Instagram has been showing up.
No, TikTok. He's been on my TikTok and he's been saying a lot of these. It's so crazy.
He's also on my YouTube Shorts too.
Oh, is he? But I was just gonna say that when you're going through something, it's so crazy that, like for example, like motherhood, how your phone just knows, like it'll send you like aspirations or inspiration.
I think aspirations.
Both? Okay, aspirations on like quotes like, you can do it, Mom. I know it's hard. And it's like, yeah you're right. You do know how I feel.
It's crazy. Like, or when you're looking for a jacket, it's like, it's showing you all these jackets like on your Instagram ads. It's like,
but yeah, we'll definitely share that for our next podcast.
That's a really good thing to talk about, because that really like kind of changed our outlook. Maybe this is why you want to do this podcast.
No, maybe I think so, because
subconsciously.
Yes. We'll touch on that, and we'll touch on counseling, marriage counseling.
We'll give them something to look forward to.
Yeah. So maybe you want to learn.
Maybe we'll do this next week. I can't do a month.
We'll figure it out, because I don't want to commit to something, and we'll figure it out. But the 4 E's is something we'll touch over. We'll get a little bit of educated on that topic, and hopefully share something that's helpful and useful for you and your relationship. Yeah. The last question, baby number 3.
That was the last question.
That was the last question.
Okay. We get asked this question all the time, and I think it's because we have 2 boys. They're always like, baby number 3, are you guys trying for a girl?
Yeah, we do a lot.
My answer is, I'm tapped out already. I personally don't know if I can do that 3-month stretch of the infant stage. Like, I think two was enough for mine, but
I know it's a very hard, and it's hard for me to feel sometimes, because I know how my husband feels, and obviously I want to respect that, but I've always wanted a big family, and I could see baby number 3. I love my 2 babies right now, so I could definitely see baby number 3. Can I see it right now? Absolutely not. Like, sometimes I think like, oh my God, I cannot do this all over again, because it's so hard. It really is. Like, I have breakdowns very often. And by the way, like, moms, I'm not hearing you out there that you're having a breakdown. I feel like I'm the only one being vulnerable and saying I'm having a freaking breakdown. So please, like,
y'all are trying to act too cool out here. Moms are trying to act too cool.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it is hard. It is so hard. And it could
dads,
be that.
How come dads aren't having breakdowns like me? I'm always telling Rochelle like the gifts that show the house blowing up, and she's like, "How's everything going?" And it's like this one where like there's a mushroom bomb going off in the background, and I'm like, "It's fine.
Everything's fine." Yeah. So I always ask Michael, maybe in like 3 or 4 years, if it's something we can talk about later. I know we have to start all over, but I'm not.
I have like a 60-year-old person back.
I struggle with it, because it is so much work. It really is. But it's not even to say I want a girl. Like, I'd be happy if I was just a boy mom, but I do what I ideally would like 3. But right now, it's not something I can even think about.
Yeah. Well, before we even like. We're planning to have kids or whatever. Before we were married, her thing was always three kids. My thing was always 2 kids. Mm-hmm. So my dreams have already been fulfilled. So
as have mine.
I know, but I'm
and if we didn't have a 3rd one, I know I would be content with that in our lives. But I just saw that Cezanne and Stevie are having, which are like a couple that we follow, or I follow on Instagram, and they're having their 3rd one. They're so funny, but I don't know. Well, it's something we get asked all the time.
And I give the same answer every single time.
He gives the same, and I will say the same answer as myself. It's something I'm hoping that maybe we can talk about later, and maybe your mind might change, because these boys are going to be older, 3 or 4, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I miss them being that young. So for me, I can just say that I would like to have.
The book's not closed.
The book is not closed, honey. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, my thinking is this when it comes to 3. Okay, male mind already thinking logistical. So when you play man-to-man defense, it's one. No, but for real, it's like, okay, you can you can either take care of Rowan or Riker, and I can take care of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we have 3, one kid's always gonna get.
We're moving your mom in next. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
She'll fall asleep.
She'll fall asleep. She passes out like in 10 minutes.
Not even.
She feeds the bottle and they both fall asleep. Yeah. I don't even know how that works out. So
it's like you said.
Right now it's
the book is still being written.
The book is closed for me.
And we haven't gotten to the last chapter yet. So we are still we're
on the last. This is the last Harry Potter book. I think that's it.
All right, guys. So we hope you enjoyed our podcast this evening.
Yeah.
We hope we gave you some insight to our relationship.
Things that we're thinking of right now.
Yeah.
Topics in our lives.
This is like, honestly, our conversations sometimes.
Like on the couch.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just call this On the Couch.
On the couch, but we're literally not on a couch.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
But I like that though, on the couch.
But yeah, no, this is really like the stuff. Like when we talked about the style stuff, when we talked about like Sunday night slow jams, our relationship, these are like the random topics that come up, and we just kind of like.
I want to say too, we're not boring. Like we're pretty funny, and we're pretty funny when we're out and about too.
Yeah, maybe we need like more hot topics. Maybe we'll come up. We'll like do like world news. We'll look at like world news.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna go to like the world news, because then we're gonna be getting into politics, and I'm not about that life.
Like, like the Super Bowl. Like, what did you think about the Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, every month. That's why I said that. Like, we can recap on that.
Maybe every other 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll see. Okay.
Every other week.
All right, guys.
Every other day.
We just know.
Okay.
We just wanted to catch up with you, share a little bit of what's happening, and we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Bye.